Good morning, friends. Scott Brookins here. Hope you're having a great day and had a great weekend wherever you are and whenever you're seeing this. And wanted to share some thoughts that God's been laying on my heart for me the last several days. And the title of this message is Get Smart. Now, we can take that a couple ways. One is to get smart, right? Get more knowledge and get wisdom, which we all need to do. But also, I grew up in the 60s. I was a little kid in the 60s, and there was a great TV show then called Get Smart. And I watched that more in reruns as a teenager, and I still watch it occasionally today. I'll go to the library and rent, the DVD and come home. And, it was just a spoof on the spy movies and shows, kind of the James Bond era. And, there was this agent called Maxwell Smart. And so there was two forces in this TV show. There was the government called Control, and then there was the enemy called Chaos. And this was a great TV show written by Mel Brooks, just a great comedian, writer, producer, filmmaker. And so Maxwell Smart was this bumbling spy, this secret agent that Control put up with because he ended up bumbling his way, stumbling to get the bad guys and try to control chaos. And so, there was Agent 99, his girlfriend, and then the chief, and whenever Max would do something wrong or cause harm, he'd always say, "Sorry about that, chief." And it was just a great fun show to watch. And but I wanted, God's kind of put on my heart of this thing about control. And, what can we control in our lives? Not a lot. We try to, right? But we can control ourselves. We can control what we think, control the choices we make, the actions we take. But that's about it, right? I mean, people complain about the weather and we monitor the weather. We have apps on our phone about the weather, but we can't control it, right? It's just there. God provides it and controls that. We can complain maybe about the economy, but we can't control the economy, right? We can just live in it no matter what happens. And same with governments and politics and, wars and everything that goes on in our lives. We can only control us, right? I can't control my wife and I wouldn't want to try. I can't control my kids, even when they're younger, we guide them and maybe discipline them, but we can't control them. God created them in his own image. And certainly with, now my kids are adults, I can't control them. I don't want to. Sometimes I think I should, but I can't control myself. And so I want to just look at these two sides of chaos in our lives and control, and who really is in control, and it's God, right? At least in my life, because I've given my life to Jesus Christ. I've repented of my sins to him, accepted that he is God, that he died for my sins upon the cross, and then he conquered death, and he rose again. He died for my sins, and he did the same for you. And so if you don't have that relationship with him, I pray that you'll do that right now, even as you look at this message or share this to people that need to know Jesus Christ, because God is in control. Now, we can't control how people react to us. In our ministry and in life, I've had people tell me I'm doing everything wrong. I'm not doing the ministry right. I can't control that. I can't control what people think of me, right? I can only control how I live. And so I want to encourage you to do that also. You can't control anybody else. You can't control the past. You can't control the future. We can control today. And so I have a couple notes here. And, so what thoughts are you going to be focusing on today? Are you going to be focusing on stuff that happened in the past? Are you going to be focusing on worries of the future? None of that we can control. Today is today. And so we need to live in the present. And so there's a Bible verse that I want to read. It's in Psalm 118, verse 24. It's pretty well known, but it's a great verse to remind us daily. And God has put this on my heart. And it says, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." This is the day the Lord has made, right? Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Let us take today and live for today. Let's not worry about yesterday. We can't do anything to change what happened in the past. You know, that's what causes depression, is that we focus on the past, and we can't do anything about tomorrow. We can have the hope for tomorrow, but we can't worry about it. We can't change tomorrow because we're not there yet, right? And it's like there used to be a restaurant here in town, a seafood restaurant. I don't know if they're around anymore anywhere in the country, but the painting on the side of their building said free crab tomorrow, right? And so if you drive by, it's like, oh, free crab tomorrow. Well, you get there tomorrow and you go there and I want some free crab. Well, come back tomorrow. It's free crab tomorrow, right? There's never the present there. And so it was a fun advertising, but it's kind of the same thing. We play games in our minds. So tomorrow, we can't change tomorrow yet because we're not there. So we can make some choices today. And I hope that you'll take this to heart. You know, think of Get Smart, think of Agent 99, and trying to have control, right, versus chaos. And we can only do what we can to control ourselves. So I want to encourage you to live in the present, have hope for the future, but don't worry about it. Have hope for the future, yes, and learn from the past, learn from our mistakes, but forget it, right? We need to go on. We need to live in the present. And so I hope you'll like and share this. I think it can help all of us. There's so much worry and depression and anxiety in our world, and it comes and goes in our lives, right? I deal with that myself. So it's something we have to be prepared for and know how to handle and try to just keep moving on. And so I just want to encourage you to live in the present, control you, right? Control your thoughts, control your choices, control your actions, and then leave the rest of it up to God. And so I hope you have an amazing day and go inspire others to do the same. God bless.